For decades, Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old Tucson matriarch, appeared to be the devoted mother and grandmother everyone knew. But her sudden disappearance in early 2026 revealed a life far more complex than anyone suspected. Beneath the surface of the quiet woman who raised 3 children alone after her husband's death, Nancy harbored a secret world that had spanned over 30 years. A mysterious photograph and an unmarked envelope became the key that unlocked a hidden identity, showing that the steadfast rock of the Guthrie family had been leading a double life, balancing duty with desire and secrecy with freedom. Nancy's Tucson life, strength in adversity. After Charles Guthrie died suddenly in 1989, Nancy, then 47, became a single mother to 3 teenagers in Tucson, Arizona. Her neighbors and friends remember a woman defined by resilience and grace. She worked part-time as a bookkeeper, volunteered at church, and turned her ranch-style home into a sanctuary. Despite her personal loss, she instilled faith, humor, and determination in her children, Savannah, Annie, and Cam. Nancy's public persona was of unwavering stability. Yet, even as she managed grief and responsibility, a private longing for passion and creative connection began to stir, one that would soon reshape the understanding of her entire life. The mysterious photograph. The first clue to Nancy's secret life appeared just days after her disappearance. On February 6, 2026, Savannah received an unmarked envelope containing a faded photograph. It showed Nancy, much younger, with an unfamiliar man outside a cafe in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Written on the back in mysterious handwriting was a single phrase: "She deserved more than secrets. Ask about Elena." The photo, dated 1992, just 3 years after Charles's death, stunned Savannah and her siblings. Who was this man? Who was Elena? The discovery immediately hinted at a carefully hidden world Nancy had cultivated for decades, unknown even to her closest family members. The Santa Fe connection. Nancy's parallel life began in 1991 during a rare solo trip to Santa Fe for a church retreat. There, she met Victor Ramirez, a 45-year-old Mexican-born artist and gallery owner. Victor had fled political unrest and built a life steeped in art, creativity, and freedom. Both were widowed and grieving, forming an immediate connection over loss and shared experiences. Their friendship quickly deepened into a romantic bond. Returning to Tucson, Nancy buried the encounter, committing herself to her children, but she started making periodic weekend trips to Santa Fe, claiming church retreats or visiting friends. Unknown to her family, these trips were the foundation of a decades-long double life. Life as Elena Victor gave Nancy the alias Elena, inspired by a Mexican novel they both loved. Under this name, she explored a side of herself, long suppressed. She helped run Victor's gallery, curated exhibits, and even painted, something Nancy had never done publicly. These weekends became her escape, a way to reconnect with creativity and passion that she couldn't express in Tucson. The Elena persona allowed her freedom to be flirtatious, adventurous, and emotionally expressive, while Nancy remained devoted to her children. Elena represented the life she had postponed. The secrecy was burdensome, yet she rationalized it as a balance between personal fulfillment and family loyalty. Financial and logistical support. Nancy's support for Victor's gallery was more than emotional. By 1995, she had opened a small bank account under the Elena Ramirez alias, transferring modest amounts from her bookkeeping job to help the gallery survive lean periods. Her contributions were discreet, never threatening her family's financial stability or drawing attention. In Santa Fe, she became known as Victor's quiet partner with a discerning eye for art. She maintained strict separation from her Tucson life, different clothing, hairstyles, and no mention of her children. This careful compartmentalization allowed Nancy to maintain 2 identities for decades without discovery. The toll of secrecy. Living a double life took a profound emotional toll. By the 2000s, Nancy suffered chronic pain and heart issues, complicating her trips to Santa Fe. Anxiety grew as the risk of discovery loomed. Victor encouraged her to reveal the truth to her family, but Nancy feared shattering the image of the steadfast widow her children revered. She relied on handwritten letters to maintain contact with Victor, avoiding digital trails, and paid cash for expenses in Santa Fe. Even as she rejoiced in her family's milestones, she grappled privately with guilt, fear, and exhaustion, the cracks of her hidden life slowly beginning to show. The children's discovery. The revelation of Nancy's secret identity came as a shock to Savannah, Annie, and Cam. The photograph prompted a frantic family video call with questions about the mysterious man and the name Elena. For the first time, they glimpsed a side of their mother that was passionate, independent, and untethered from the constraints of family duty. The discovery challenged their understanding of Nancy's life, her decisions, and her sacrifices. What had been perceived as unwavering devotion now appeared layered with hidden desires and secret responsibilities, raising questions about how much they truly knew the woman who had shaped their lives. Victor's role. Victor Ramirez played a critical role in Nancy's hidden world. He never pressured Nancy to abandon her family, understanding her commitments, and he nurtured her artistic side. Together, they created a small yet vibrant cultural circle in Santa Fe. Nancy's identity as Elena allowed her to step into roles she could never assume in Tucson: curator, artist, and confidant. While she was the rock in her children's lives, Elena was the creative soul, living unjudged and unbound. Their relationship was defined by balance, passion and discretion, freedom and secrecy, highlighting the complexity and depth of Nancy's personal choices. Investigative leads. Following Nancy's disappearance, investigators have begun tracing Victor's connections and questioning Santa Fe associates. Tips mention a mysterious man near Nancy's Tucson home in the weeks before her vanishing, raising questions about potential foul play. The blood drops discovered at her residence suggest personal conflict rather than a random crime. Authorities are exploring motives ranging from jealousy to blackmail, and the decades of secrecy make the investigation even more complex. Every detail of Nancy's dual existence is being scrutinized, from financial transactions to personal contacts, revealing a woman whose private life was as intricate as it was hidden, public persona versus private reality. Nancy's story illustrates the stark contrast between public perception and private reality. In Tucson, she was the devoted mother, the embodiment of faith, resilience, and family loyalty. In Santa Fe, she was Elena, bold, artistic, and liberated. Balancing these two lives required careful planning, emotional resilience, and considerable sacrifice. Her story raises broader questions about identity, the roles women are expected to play, and the costs of concealing one's desires for decades. Nancy's life was an extraordinary example of compartmentalization, reflecting both human ingenuity and the emotional burdens of hidden truths. Conclusion: a life re-examined. Nancy Guthrie's disappearance has pulled back the curtain on a remarkable secret existence. For over 30 years, she successfully balanced two worlds: the dutiful mother in Tucson and the free-spirited Elena in Santa Fe. Her choices were shaped by love, loss, and the longing for personal fulfillment, leaving a complex legacy that challenges assumptions about family, loyalty, and identity. As investigations continue, the story serves as a reminder that even the most familiar figures may harbor unseen depths, and that the human desire for connection and self-expression often finds a way, even in the shadows of duty and secrecy.